Merhaba. Salam alaikum. Erev tov. Bonsoir à tous. It is amazing to be here today, and I want to thank Fatih and everyone from IDI. I want to thank Rabbi Kay and our great friends from Holy Blossom and the other faith leaders that are here. Invoking the Hebrew words, Hinei Matov U'Manai and Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. We are here as brothers and sisters. We are here because we choose to be here tonight in a time especially of Ramadan. Ramadan reminds each one of us, regardless of our faith, regardless of where our families came from, or how we arrived here in our country. Ramadan reminds us that each day there's an incremental responsibility to do one more good deed, to understand that the fast of Ramadan allows us to reflect on our life's values, and it allows us to reflect on the commonality that binds us, not that separates us. Friends, this is the second Iftar I've had the privilege of attending. It's the second time I can convey a message of biblical proportion, that all you have to do, if you are a Muslim, or if you are a Jew, or if you are a Christian, to go back to the Quran or the Old Testament and understand what binds us together. And never before has this concept of the binding of Isaac and the binding of Ishmael become more important than today. In a world that wants to tear us under, in a world that doesn't recognize the significance of the biblical ties that exist between the Abrahamic faiths, we ourselves know tonight the singular truth, and that is that we are children of Abraham, brothers and sisters alike. And I have to tell you, as somebody that affirms my faith every day, I look at the success of this temple, of Holy Blossom Temple, sacred through the generations, that pioneered with many partners, that came together, that were never afraid to sit together, that were never afraid to break bread together, and understand this concept of interfaith dialogue. Friends, I'm one member in the legislature of Ontario with 124 members. I'm very glad to see my colleague here tonight. We attest that the representation in our Parliament is a representation of Ontario that looks like Ontario, that all faiths are welcome and appreciated, and that people can debate, and that's okay. People can share difference of opinions, and that's okay. But let me tell you something. When we are in the halls of that beautiful, majestic building, we are brothers and sisters. I want to say this, especially, Fatih, that you mentioned. The times that find us also confront an evil, hatred, the parabolic rise of anti-Semitism that has no moral equivalency. It's a scourge, it's a virus that has metastasized, perhaps the first time in my generation that I see it differently. I see the line of decency having been crossed. I see the tolerances that we have long accepted and taken for granted as being crossed. And now more than ever, especially during Ramadan, especially at the time when we are asked to reflect on ourselves, when we are asked to look inward and see what is the best person we are, what good deed can we do, when others tell us we can't reach across the aisle and we can't shake somebody's hand because they're of a different religion, I say that's totally wrong. And now is the time to unite against the values that we hold dear in our country. Something that is precious, tolerance, friendship, the belief that faith, whatever our faith is, has a place undeniably in our lives. And we should never have to apologize for the faith that we have, the God that we worship, and the fact that we have elected by our own choosing to bring faith as part of our journey in whatever life's journey is to take us. Now more than ever, at a time when the Jewish community is under attack, we need our brothers of other faiths now more than ever. I look to our tremendous Turkish community that I have had the privilege of getting to know just in the last few years. My constituency of York Centre is probably representing one of the largest Turkish diaspora communities anywhere in the country. And I'll tell you what I know about our Turkish community. They are warm, and they are welcoming, and they are friendly. And when Turkey had a ravaging earthquake just a few years ago, we came together to do whatever we could in solidarity to say, you are not alone. So I want the message to go forth tonight and thank Holy Blossom and IDI that by bringing us together, you have done something very special. You remind the world that doesn't want to see it, that we can sit together, that we can break bread together, that we can celebrate Ramadan together, that we can understand that when others say we can't stand together, we say we will, we are, and we always will be. So I want to thank the organizers so much, my colleagues from elected office who are representative of the unity that exists, not the division that people talk about. And I'll tell you this, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop standing up for my country, my province, our diversity, and everything that I have come to appreciate that it is ingrained in our DNA. This is us. And if anyone ever says, why here? Why now? Why tonight? Why at this Iftar? Why are we here? Please respond in whatever language you have. This is exactly where I was meant to be. Thank you. Ramadan Mubarak. Shukran. Erev Tov. Tara Rabah. Merci beaucoup. And